If your partner is stressed out or overstimulated, this is the Valentine's massage that you should be giving. A scalp massage can feel more intimate than anything else because it relaxes the nervous system first, and it relaxes the entire body, which makes it feel like you've gotten a full body massage without actually getting one. Today we're going to be moving at a glacial pace. You want to do all of these things very slow and steady. It's going to put your partner into a trance and they're going to fall asleep very quickly. I'm going to have you follow along with my techniques as I go. I'm really using all my fingers to get the most surface area possible on her scalp, and I'm using the pads of my fingers, not the very tips. This is going to make it so you can give more pressure actually without it hurting at all. Sometimes if you're using the very tips of your fingers and you use deep pressure, it can actually be pretty painful. And we are going to be hair pulling in this session. If you're someone that loves hair pulling and you love to have your hair played with, and you've never had your hair pulled, this is a game changer. You want to make sure that you're pulling this hair at the root. You don't want to pull it at the ends. Really just getting your fingers in there and lightly tugging with the hair between your fingers. Check in with your partner on this one if you're not sure how it's going, and make sure that they like this technique before proceeding. Some people absolutely love it, and some people, it's not their favorite. If they don't like it, leave it out, but if they do, keep on going. We're going to keep incorporating this throughout this session. And whether you think about it or not, your scalp holds so much tension throughout the day. All the mental stress you have feels like it's released through scalp massage, and same with physical stress. I really enjoy incorporating the neck into my sessions so I can really focus on an all-encompassing massage to get rid of headaches and to really relax whoever I'm working on through these techniques. When we start to do scalp massage, it actually stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which means it pulls you out of that fight or flight in the sympathetic nervous system, where you feel like you're on edge, or maybe you just want to crawl into a hole, you feel like you're being chased by a bear all the time, the anxiety of day-to-day life or anything that's going on. Most of the time these days we're in our fight or flight mode. Maybe you're just busy with work or whatever it is, I don't know. If you don't take time to slow down and kind of pull yourself out of it, you kind of get stuck there. So this does a really good job of pulling you out of that mode and getting you kind of back into your body and able to relax and digest. Literally what the parasympathetic nervous system is doing is allowing your body to function normally again. You might feel your stomach gurgling, like you're literally digesting as you're relaxing into it. It's the coolest thing. Things start to work better and smoother, and you just start to feel like yourself again, like you can actually take a breath. This is why I absolutely love what I do in general, because you can completely change someone's quality of life through what we're doing right now. It's very deep work, it's very intentional, and it might not look like much, but it really is life-changing to the person receiving it, and I've actually found that giving it has amazing benefits as well. So while you're going through this session, I really want you to focus on kind of fully immersing yourself into this routine, fully immersing yourself into the relaxation mode, cutting out all distractions if possible. Sometimes that's hard if you have kids like me, but I truly feel like I've gotten a massage after I give a massage sometimes. I can get that fully immersed in it where it shuts my brain off and just kind of helps me to kind of check out as well. I like to incorporate the face as well into these sessions. I feel like it just really ties everything together and fully relaxes everything. You cannot see it from this angle, but on my left hand, I'm actually using my fingers on either side of the ear and really working down to the bottom of the ear and back up. You'll be able to see it easier on the side when I go into that move, but that is such a game changer. Jaw tension for headaches, it's just incredible. When we go to set up for this session, you can have your partner laying in your lap. I like to have them kind of face on. So if you're laying on the couch or something, you can have a pillow in your lap and have their head rest on that pillow, and you can massage that way if that's comfortable for you, or you can do it on the bed as well. Right now I'm using my massage table and just sitting down and working the scalp when she's about at my chest level. I just feel like it works the best for my dynamics for how I'm sitting. But we're going to work into working the suboccipitals here in a moment, which is the origin of a lot of headaches. So a lot of the times my clients will come in and say my head is pounding, but it's coming from my neck. This is typically where it's coming from. So I just like to melt that area right along the ridge of the scalp. I like to go on top and on bottom, both where the scalp part is and the neck part, and just hang out there for a while. I want you to notice that if I'm doing techniques with one hand, I'm using my other hand to kind of rest on her head, just as a presence move. I want to sit there and be present with her in every way possible. So really just resting a hand while you're not using it on her body makes her feel more connected to you, and it just keeps the energy between you two close, like the loop that's going on there. It keeps things intentional and impactful. A lot of the times people will tell me that they feel awkward when they're giving their partner a massage, like they don't know how to start or they just feel like it's weird. I promise you, the more that you do this, the less awkward it's going to feel, and actually the more connected you're going to feel with your partner. I cannot stress to you how important intentional touch is and confident touch. You don't want to be touching your partner light as a feather, just like hoping that it works or like that it feels good. Yes, back scratches feel good and things, but I really highly recommend going in with a firm pressure or firm touch and then checking in after that and asking them how they feel, if they want more or less. When you go in with confident touch, it changes everything. It makes them feel like you know what you're doing. Even if you don't, maybe you're just starting out and you just kind of want to mess around and try a few techniques. That's completely fine. But when I was in massage school and I did my practical to basically complete massage school, my instructor told me to take my hands off of him and actually told me to try again, like completely start over. Because intention is everything when you go into your sessions. So I took a deep breath and I calmed my nerves and I was like, okay, here we go. And the way that I touched him after that was completely different. I came in with presence, I came in with calm and firm touch, which doesn't mean like hard or deep pressure, but just like a knowing of where I'm going next, if I could explain it in any way. That is how I would explain it. So once you learn techniques and you have things in your tool belt, you'll be much more confident in this. So that's why I say the more that you do it, the better you'll get, the less awkward it'll feel. But I promise you, taking a deep breath and going in with intention matters, and it will feel completely different to your partner, and it'll feel phenomenal. Now I just picked up her head. I literally picked up her head and I put it in my hands. What I did was I rotated to one side and put my hand underneath her head and then rotated it onto my hand and picked up her head with my other hand. You want to make sure when you do this, they're not holding their head up. They're really relaxing it and letting their full weight of their head rest on your hands. And I'm taking my fingertips and I'm hooking them under her scalp. So where that ridge is, where her scalp is, this is called a suboccipital release. And you're really just kind of gently pushing into that ridge, like on that soft tissue part, and you're gently pulling towards yourself. This is going to help to align the spine. It's going to help to fully relax all of these muscles. And this is my all-time most loved technique. Genuinely, the thousands of people I've worked on, this always gets comments on it, and it's my absolute favorite. You can hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. You can incorporate that in any session you do, basically ever. It's amazing for headaches and just tension relief, and it's so good. So if you do anything or take anything from this, make sure you take that technique. We're doing some hair raking here, which is basically just running our fingers through the hair. I like to make sure my fingers are pressing into the scalp. So if you have nails, this is a great opportunity to use them. If you don't, it's still gonna feel great. Men love these techniques as well. So if you're working on your man, if you're working on your woman, you can use the same techniques on both genders, no matter how long the hair is. Scalp massage is a scalp massage, so the hair doesn't play as much of a factor into it. I want you to take a look at how I just put my thumbs down her forehead. I used both thumbs side to side, and I pressed her head down so it kind of sunk into the bed a little bit. Used a good amount of pressure there. It's gonna feel like a great pressure relief for her. And after that, I'm just going through and working little sections of hair and doing this hair pulling. I'm kind of pulling and twisting a little bit. This isn't gonna be like the hair pulling we did earlier where we're working at the root, at the base of the hair. This hair pulling is very gentle, and we'll be working in smaller sections with it. Hope you guys love this session. We're gonna finish out just listening to some music for this last minute here. Make sure to turn on notifications for my next drop. It's gonna be all of these videos in a compilation where we're just listening to music and applying everything we learned from this 4-video series in the Valentine's collection. I hope this brought you and your partner even closer. Enjoy your Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next time.